Welcome to the program. This is Webwatch on Flip TV, and we are here to look at some of the news that we have on social media. We have Twitter, we have Instagram, we have Instablog, we have TikTok, and we have Facebook.
You have to go as well.
You have me too.
Name is social media now. Are you alright?
You know, that in hairstyle, you be like...
Mama Africa. Mama Africa.
Just Mama Africa. We want to go fetch water.
Now you know.
Yeah, I want to say big thank you to those that was watched yesterday and had to put their like to the program. And I will say today is going to be wonderful as we look at some of the reports that we have on the program today. Okay, let's start with we have Reno Omokri says why Tinubu is better than Peter B. Osinbajo. That is from Reno Omokri. We know him is a if you like, is a controversial figure.
Exactly.
Social media controversial figure. So for him to say such, some people will have their own mindset that this one is partisan. This one, you know. So let's move on. We have Shehu Kuti to spend more days in police custody. I think it's 4 days.
4 more days.
Yeah, 4 more days in police custody. You see the pictures where he's sitting with those other guys.
Yeah.
Wow. If he knew that this was what he was going to experience, I think he would have held himself and not, or he never expected that he would be cameraed or videoed.
Like I think when there was no evidence, we wouldn't have seen anything.
Yeah. I'll move on. Apapa. Is it Apampa or Apapa?
Apampa. Apapa.
It's not Apapa, per se. I think they've asked him before, said maybe Apapa or something like that. But let's call him Apapa.
Apapa vows to appear in court. Dear Peter Obi supporters. That is on Friday.
That would be another.
There was a report. He said that if not for God, he would
have done what?
He would have died now. They killed him.
They didn't beat him. It wasn't even the police officers that were dragging him out, not the people per se. If it were to be the people, it would have been another issue entirely.
Okay. We also have we are under pressure. Don't want tribunal proceedings broadcast live. That is from INEC. We are under pressure. Don't want tribunal proceedings broadcast live from INEC. We also know that the APC also they don't really want that proceeding to be broadcast live. Okay, how many people do you have online this morning so that we can call the roll call?
We have 6 people watching.
Okay, let's say rainfall today.
Yeah, weather for 10. Many people there inside.
I've been rainfall for today, sir.
Yeah, in the morning.
Yeah,
very early in the morning. Actually, it was
very rainfall for my street.
No fall for the street. Let me say no be Nigeria.
I was actually getting by the rain coming to work.
Yeah, sorry.
Early in the morning. Early in the morning, it will follow.
Yes, I was
very
getting
early.
by the rain. I came to work with an umbrella. I didn't see it.
Okay, let's move on. Why Tinubu is better than Peter Obi, Osinbajo, Reno Omokri? Let's lend our voices to that.
Well, it is Reno Omokri who knows why Tinubu is better than Osinbajo and then Peter Obi. Even say I saw the report, it was like Tinubu. Okay, he said Osinbajo and Peter Obi marched together, raised to power 10. That Tinubu is better than both of them. I think from his angle, he's talking about in the Nigerian political setting, like winning an election in Nigeria. No, actually, might not be talking about. I don't know what kind of a parameter he's using per se. Maybe it is the ability to govern or ability to carry everybody along. But from my own thinking, I actually see it from this angle that maybe he's talking about winning an election in the Nigerian setting. Because in Nigerian setting, we all know that it is not all free and fair. Even if they claim that it was free and fair, why are we having cases in court? You know, so many cases from opposition parties, even against INEC, against some of the candidates, against
and why should a particular party pay a particular amount of money to get access
to the
materials
being used for the election?
So it might cost money.
We saw
to get
vote buying, we saw voter intimidation, voter suppression, even ballot box snatching. So in the Nigerian setting, we know that it's not so free and fair 100% or even close to 100 or 90 or something. So maybe he's talking about winning an election per se, maybe not another kind of thing. But when it comes to winning an election, because in the Nigerian setting we have the north and the south, and there's no way one has to you can't just be from the south and be depending on only the south to vote for you. You will need some part of the north to vote for you as well, and from the north too, you need some part of the south. So I think maybe someone that has the what's it called, the capability to influence people from majority of the regions. Maybe that's where it's coming from.
I think we have the first commentator in Nigeria Future. Yeah, he say, wow, this one I put. No, we want you to look at the issues. We are looking at the issues at this point in time. Somebody has said that Tinubu is much more better than Peter Obi and Osinbajo. So we'd like you to chook mouth for the matter.
Chook mouth for the Matthias. We will talk.
Oh, they talk.
Onto
so
the level.
Let's ask your love. His love. I mean, her love.
His love.
His love.
How do you know I'm the person that he's referring to?
Who did for me do now?
Welcome back, my love. You're in the middle. You know, she gets sweet in the middle.
I know they do. I know they do. So, what do you think?
Honestly, see, this Reno Omokri is a very controversial person. Exactly. That's why I was just looking. Honestly, if you ask me, I wouldn't want to say a thing because during the campaign, this guy came out. He has said a whole lot of things. Yeah, even after the election, he has said a whole lot of things. And from what I know, he's a PDP member.
Yeah.
So why didn't he say Atiku? So why is he mentioning Peter? What's his name? The president-elect Bola Tinubu. Doesn't mean that he has also gone to France to pay a visit.
Maybe he has an affiliation.
Maybe he has gone to pay a visit as well.
In which country? In France.
You know what I'm saying.
Okay.
Maybe he has received the brown envelope or something.
I think let's read the story as we get people respond to this. Former presidential aide Reno Omokri has said President-elect Bola Tinubu is better politician and resource manager than both Vice President Yemi Osinbajo and Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party. He said 2 words. He said better politician and resource manager. In his explanation, Omokri said his submission was evident in the antecedent of Tinubu when he was Lagos State Governor, as he built both human resources and infrastructural facilities and increased Lagos internally generated revenue. Okay, let's start with that. Let's start with when he said he is a better politician and resource manager. I asked somebody a question. I said, what business does Tinubu do? What enterprise? The person was like beating about the bush. Probably the person is not in the best position to answer that question.
Maybe.
I mean, he doesn't have the know-how or the knowledge to answer that question. So if you are saying he's a better resource person, let's look at people that have handled businesses built from scratch.
Yeah.
And you know that these people are resource persons. It's not easy to start a company from scratch and you
just build
maintain it to a certain
to the high level.
What is the resource of Bola Ahmed Tinubu? That's the question I asked. So I wish Omokri could be on the phone or we can have access to him. I'm asking the questions. I know he has so many answers to answer.
Yes.
So I'm throwing the question to our viewers. What do you think? He says he's a better politician. I agree that he's a better politician. Because ever since the days of Abacha, MKO, he has been in the corridor.
Yes.
Peter Obi, a businessman. Osinbajo, he's going to school, he's a lawyer. But he has been in this politics for a longer time. I can say he's a better politician. And by definition of politician, when we look at the Nigerian standard,
politician.
If you want to explain, the Nigerian politicians are people for their own interests, to protect their interests. However, it could better the lot of people.
Yes.
That's the Nigerian politician for you. So if it's in the Nigerian setting, Tinubu is a better politician. For me personally, I'm not putting it on you, than Osinbajo. They are all technocrats. Peter B says he's a trader. But now, when you talk of resource person, what do you understand when you say resource person? Resource manager.
I think resource is not only the ability to manage the people, the ability to manage money, manage your time personally, oversee people, and make sure everything is just working smoothly. Be ahead of the people. You can envisage what kind of problem might happen in future. Then, from right before the problem even occur or even comes into place, you actually prepared for it. I think that should, for me personally, someone who can actually do that, regardless of where the person finds himself, maybe the business line or maybe a corporate world or a public world or public setting or something. Once you are able to manage your space very well, to a very large extent, then I can say you're actually good when it comes to resource management.
So let's look at Peter Obi, Osinbajo, and Tinubu. Like, who this person, resource person. I know people will make the argument that Tinubu was able to bring people, raise people together. They raised most of the some governors, now some people that are ministers, even the vice president. They're all the product of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So the question I want to ask now, when we have natural resource, we have crude oil, we have all that we have, and you want to share it amongst people, and you are managing that resource, and you now share it amongst your cronies. We have like 200 million Nigerians, and your resource, probably let's say Lagosians, we have like 20 billion Lagosians, and people that have benefited, like you can use as a yardstick to measure your achievement. A very few people, minute of the population. I went to school in Lagos. There was free education during Tinubu time. Down, free education, you don't pay, only PTA, and they even paid for WAEC. You just pay some little amount of money, but they paid for WAEC. I know that I benefited. But when you look at other arguments, some people ask, Tinubu built Lagos. What did Tinubu build? Human resources. Have you gone to the schools, to your public schools, and look at the capacity of those that are in public schools? Teachers. Just go to this Ogba primary school.
Well,
look at
to be precise, I think lately Ogba was not how I left Ogba. At times I look at, it's not as if maybe I'm talking against Ogba, we have good teachers there and stuff, but the outlook of some of those students, it's not how I actually left there. I know there was a particular principal that was there then, Mrs. Mogaji. This woman, she was, she's outstanding, a disciplinarian. She takes no nonsense. She's a no nonsense woman. You have to be up and doing, come to school on time, dress well. But then I just see some of them, I feel like, who are those people in charge of this school now? Why is everything like this? I don't know how it is being, how they're actually running it now, or the rules and regulations there now. But
the best students in JAM, WAEC, how many of them come from Lagos State? The product of the education system in Lagos, how many of them come from Lagos State?
Okay.
Let's look at the area of education. So he has his own advantages, but someone should not just come and say this one is better than this and this.
Yeah. That's why I said in the beginning that regardless of where you are, if we say someone has been successful in being a politician and the other person has been successful in the corporate world or running a business, we can't really say one is better than one. We say in your field you are better there. Then in your field too, you are very okay. So probably two of them.
I see Adegunwani. I think I need to pose the question to Adegunwani.
The only person I can say is that we can actually look into is Osinbajo, is Vice President Osinbajo. Because so far so good, he was a lecturer, then a lawyer as well. I don't think he actually has this track record of bringing people together, having a large number of people to really control, oversee or something, or raise people. But when it comes to Peter Obi in the business world and Tinubu in the political space, I think they are both.
Okay, he said. He further said his submission was evident in the antecedent of Tinubu, when he was Lagos State governor. He built both human resources and infrastructural facilities and increased Lagos internally generated revenue. While he argued that Atiku Abubakar, the presidential flag bearer of the People's Democratic Party, was the best candidate in the 2023 elections, Omokri said he preferred the former Lagos governor to Osinbajo and Obi. You see,
that means he actually prefers
why is he not being
former Lagos governor than his own.
Why is he not being? He's been unstable.
Reno Omokri. At times he posts some kind of stuff just to get people's reaction. I think this is one of those kind of stuff he posts.
Or probably he's tired of his principal.
And lately,
let's look at infrastructural facilities in Lagos.
Well, if you look at it, I'll just have to give him his flowers, because Tinubu, he actually worked in Lagos. He brought in some other people. If Fashola, answer. All these roads here, in our space here, my school, we were actually in a I would even call that space poetry before, because all the classes were just in one.
During
Fashola time, before he actually came on board, then he built that big building for Agidingbi here. Where SS1 was facing this way, SS1A was facing one side, SS1B facing the other side. Stuff. We were just jam packed in one hall. Then he came about with the building and stuff, and also so many roads, infrastructure and stuff. And he actually brought in these people. So to some extent, to a very large extent, we have to just give him kudos, give him his flowers.
All this was as a result of when Peter B said they should have fielded Osinbajo. That's why.
I know that's what have triggered
Yes,
that
that's what would
statement
have
from
triggered
him.
it, yeah, exactly.
So let's get our reactions. Mr. Adigo and Ni, I want to ask this question. Enterprise. Let's look at Bola Ahmed Tinubu. What enterprise?
The enterprise. I just think he's talking about politics, the political aspect. Because when it comes to winning in a Nigerian setting, just winning. I'm not talking about maybe governing or administration. Winning an election in a Nigerian setting. Would you have, the kind of reach that Bola Tinubu has? I don't think we can compare it with Osinbajo. I don't think so.
Osinbajo, he picked Osinbajo now.
Yeah, he picked him.
So
we're talking about a vice president.
There are some people
Osinbajo was carrying his bag.
See,
I wish you can search out that picture.
Yeah, I don't know for I don't know for any other person, See, aside God, I'm trying not to use a certain word. Aside bringing people people to one corner or giving people envelopes and all that, I don't think he would go that far. Aside
who is that?
The president elect.
That's why
aside doing all that, I don't think he will go that far.
There are some things we
like doing politics, like playing the clean politics, not the Nigerian kind of politics. Then he wouldn't though.
That's why I'm saying
this
the
not
Nigerian
me
politics. I didn't say Ghana or US politics. In the Nigerian politics, everything I'm not sure there are actually rules. It's like win anyhow you can win. Because that's what we have been seeing so far. This just completed election, 2019 election, 2015 election. We saw so many. Even on camera, we saw series of videos. People walking on the streets with ballot boxes freely. Nobody was arresting them.
In the morning during the Lagos this morning, when someone called in, Mr. Iyori, he mentioned something there. There was something that you said that made him react. You said something like, in Nigeria, someone that has the capacity or a better politician or something like that has
That's what?
How did you are the one that made that statement. Now why are you putting me in a tight corner? You said someone that has what it takes to win election or to gather people to put the card or something. There was how you put it.
The spread. The geographical spread.
Yeah.
Then he said that just like the past election, looking at what happened in River State, because he has the capacity, I'm quoting him now.
No, I would disagree with him.
Because you have the capacity.
Having the capacity.
Now, I think that's the word capacity there. Yeah. Okay, the capacity there, are you trying to tell us that the capacity there is bribing people, using thuggery? Put all those things aside.
You said the Nigerian setting.
That's why I had it in a Nigerian setting.
In a free-for-all election, if it's going to be from wherever you are or like free for all, like if you just vote like this, it's rigged.
It's rigged.
I think there will be a dramatic change.
Honestly,
very dramatic.
Personally, I'm looking forward to that time.
But that's why I always add the phrase in the Nigerian setting.
Because imagine INEC was able to, the server worked for the House of
the Senate, but
the same day.
Yes.
So when they are going to upload that on presidential, we don't know. And you see, INEC is playing as if they are a candidate in the election. Now bring that document. They are playing using tactics to delay. So all this is the capacity.
You understand? That's
what I'm saying. They said something that they have. Some people before the election, they said they have structure. Now we saw how the structure played out. What the structure was. So that's what I'm saying. In the Nigerian setting, the normal the reality right now as of today, I don't know what can happen tomorrow. Maybe everything will change. But right now as we are speaking, the kind of game, the kind of political stuff that go on in this Nigerian setting, actually think
that was even small. I joined the group, and that group has an interest. You understand? And when you see the politics they play at local government, you know that you are not the election. Some of these things you can't say because, like what INEC is doing, they are trying to bridge the evidence for you not to have access
to the evidence.
So if you say it, they will know that probably your evidence might be from just your witness. Understand? You couldn't have any concrete. But the truth is the truth. That the way election go in Nigeria, you can't come out and say you not fight dirty.
That is what I'm saying. So because of that, I don't like the fact that someone will come out and say that this person has the capacity.
even though supporting
capacity in that setting.
They don't use the capacity.
Wait,
don't use
capacity
that
is
capacity.
to do that.
To do that.
Like it's actually so
you know,
annoying.
there's
I understand.
this kind of thing. There are times we want to see things as it should be, but we need to consider how it is as at the present moment. You can't calculate based on what you are envisaging or how you want something to be. You have to calculate based on what is happening right now. You know, I said something before the election. I said if some people think they have the capacity to do anyhow and win anyway, why don't everyone kukuma win anyway? And let's enter the court together.
See,
let's engage our people. I think.
Yes. Okay. Let's read out the comments that we have because I'm about to ask this Adeguwaniyi something actually, but honestly, Fat Font said Reno is not stable. Okay. Gladys Chisom, not even small children know that Atiku is not a good politician. Adeguwaniyi said Tinubu is an investor.
Investor Sabinus.
He's huge on REI. What's that, Kristen?
Return on
Return on
investment.
investment.
Okay. Gladys Chisom said Mr. Niyi, he is a drug investor, right? Also, he invests in the best asset any human can trust, which is human. Kristen, I didn't receive your notification. Okay. Gladys, are you the one sitting in the right in the middle? Okay, thank you. Yes, I'm the one. Tinubu is supposed to be at home playing with his grandchildren. I already listed his enterprise. Okay. Collins, good evening, Kristen and crew. Hi guys, I haven't watched your program since morning, Majid. Okay, thanks for coming on board. Good job, guys. Now, down to Niyi. He was at first whilst working with Mobile rather. He inherited wealth from his mother. He still won good pension as a former Lagos State governor. He invests a lot in real estate. Ultimately, he invests on humans. Now let me ask you, who is a better negotiator and investment attractor between Tinubu and Obi?
I've not negotiated with any of them before. So how do I jump to the conclusion?
If I can recall, Kristen asked, right? Between these two people, who is, I don't like when you talk about, to me, or when you talk about someone that invested on something or what you did or the what he actually do for a living, right? That was what you asked. Yeah. What does he do? What's his enterprise? And then you're mentioning that he inherited wealth from his mother. Yeah. I don't really know. Like, is that an enterprise?
No, you can complete his statement. He worked in Mobile.
Then he inherited wealth from his mother.
So as a former Lagos State governor, he had access to funds. So he invested in real estate. And that's why he is one of the richest in.
I'm not sure anybody or any statistics says he's one of the richest. I'm not sure. I've not seen him.
He's one of the richest politicians in Nigeria. It's obvious now.
But no one of them. I'm not sure any of these people are.
Or should we say he's even the richest politician in Nigeria?
That's why I said you don't have, but you don't have the bali, but you know that some of these things, if really you put them under a scale, they are possible.
That's what I always use in the Nigerian setting. I always put it there. So we can't always, equate it with other places and stuff. But when it comes to Nigeria, per se, it's just like anything goes.
Okay,
see it. One of my younger ones asked me something. He said, Auntie, Atiku Abubakar, one of the major generators in position is owned by Atiku, right? That's what they call it again. Miko.
Is he owned by
Mikano. He's a major distributor of Mikano. So you can say this is one of the big things, and it's a big company.
Of course.
This is one of the things that he do. Then P2B, he Fidelity Bank, he has something to do with them if he's not the owner. Then Grand Mortina, he's the owner. Then this big market that there in Abuja, forgetting the name, Next Market, he is the owner, plus other businesses that he do. So this man, the president-elect,
there are businesses you can do that might not be physical. There are investments you can do that you will get money.
I don't understand because
so it doesn't have to be that physical. It doesn't have to say I have this one.
Buying stocks,
you understand?
like that.
You can have a company that is not doesn't need a physical space. You can have an app and be a billionaire. You have little companies that are doing some little contracts.
But my question still remains: all these things listed, are they really are they things? Are they enterprise per se?
And I think we shouldn't
enterprise.
really deviate from the main question, which is Reno Omokri coming out to say that Tinubu is better than both Peter Obi and Osinbajo combined together. Viewers
During
also
2015, when Tinubu was selling Buhari to us,
sorry,
Buhari is better than Atiku.
when he was selling into
Yes,
us.
2015. But now we have seen this course
But we didn't see the score of Atiku.
as a vice presidential candidate.
You know, he didn't get to become maybe president or something. It was because
Do you
Buhari
think
became president
Atiku
now.
would be worse than Buhari as a president?
Well, I don't have an answer for that. I don't have an
Okay, do you
answer,
think
honestly.
Tinubu will be worse than Buhari? Tinubu will do better than Buhari as a president?
What I think is that anybody who would have won among the three of them would have at least done better than Buhari. That's just it.
So-
Would have done better. Any of the three of them.
Okay, let's move on. Apapa, yes, I think when I said Gladys they lie. See,
I don't know. I don't know what the lies are there. Honestly,
See, if I-
that's someone inherited wealth from his mother. That's an enterprise. Like I'm still trying to fathom that actually.
no, enterprise is what you do that gives you.
Like what people
Profit.
don't know. You
Okay,
for.
like I inherited wealth from my father. So for my father, that's a profit for me.
No, he listed many things, not just that. So if
That's
you,
what I got my
Like,
attention.
how-
That's
if
what I
you
got my attention.
inherited wealth from your father, the wealth can be in the form of a company or an enterprise
It
or
can be
something that
landed property.
is bringing
And then
money.
with the thing that we are seeing in Lagos State, whereby you as an Igbo person who owns a shop, then they are collecting about they are tasking you every day
No, one of the
on your
one of the
own business. That
enterprise,
is an enterprise too,
according to
right?
people, is Alpha Beta. That's
Some people are saying that he owns Alphabet.
yeah. I say according to what people say.
Yes.
Maybe I'm the one. Maybe I'm not getting the whole thing right.
Somebody
because I don't know.
somebody who I know supposed to APC asked him this question. So the person mentioned Alphabet. So if you come want to take me to court, I'll go and hold the person.
You know, I watched a particular interview. Mr. Bayo no, it's not Bayo Nomuga. A particular man and Rufai on Arise TV, and it was like
The governor.
Channels TV.
Okay.
This man, I think Ministry of Education or Ministry of Information or something. Arise TV, Shimon Kibaloye. He said there's an allegation that Tinubu owns Alpha Beta. Okay, sorry. He put the question through to the man who owns Alpha Beta, and the man started saying, Tinubu is not the owner of Alpha Beta. Did anybody put Tinubu in the sentence? He said, who owns the company? Just say, I don't know. Simple. So it actually generated people's reaction. Like, why should if he's not the owner, then say he's not the owner. I don't know who owns the company. You can go to the CAC and go and ask them. Why did you now injected this man's name into the conversation? Which means there's something fishy somewhere.
So my final thing is if you have read the book Animal Farm,
Animal Farm. I've
George
seen the book,
Orwell,
but I'm yet to
if
read
you have watched the film, the cartoon Animal Farm, some persons are more equal than the other. Some of the animals, everybody we are equal, but some are more equal than the other. This is the type of governance. My personal opinion, Tinubu runs is that there's a selected few that is going to benefit.
something like oligarchy.
So the things that drop from them will
gets to the
get
other
to
people.
whether crumbs. Selected few on the table, all other persons you get the crumbs. So my achievement, human resources, are the selected few. Some other people that will gain from contracts and everything. That's from you understand that kind of government.
So is that an
It
achievement?
is not like when you are a British citizen, your child you give birth to Nana.
Yeah.
Everything is paid for. Everything is schooling free. Someone that does not know anybody, would that happen under the kind of system that we have?
Wow.
Okay, I think we need to move on though.
Let's go. Apapa. Let's look at that Apapa issue. Apapa has said that he will still go to the court on Friday, and
That's
nothing
tomorrow.
they happen.
Normally, even if he doesn't come out to say that he's still going to come to the court, I'm actually expecting that he will continue coming. And the whole thing, I just see it as a kind of distraction technique whereby the Labour Party won't really have the time to focus on the petitions per se. Now there's issue in the party. We don't even know who is the
national
chairman of the Labour Party right now. We can't say it is Julius Abure, and also NLC has suspended Lamidi Apapa even before the court made him the chairman. So to some extent, that is one issue. It's just like this tactic in 48 Laws of Power, in Art of War by Sun Tzu, which says that if you want to defeat your enemy, just plant a mole in the midst, in your enemy camp. Get a mole, plant the enemy there, plant your mole there in the camp. The mole gives you information, and also it causes chaos in that camp of the enemy, and you just sit back and watch your enemy camp crumble on his own. So I think that's just the kind of tactics being employed by probably someone outside the party, some forces outside the party actually
take advantage of the whole thing. I pray that if he goes to the court, please don't do any funny thing to this man.
Yes, the same people you claim.
It's where the cash
he said he will not get.
Now never people swear with best cash for this Nigeria. But
never be politician.
Politician people say second, because every day like this, never just like it just it will not be well for this stuff, and they crazy, stuff like that. Courses they really work.
Well, me personally, I can't wait to see what will happen tomorrow at the court, because the season of article the article's case against Tinubu was adjourned to tomorrow as well. From the report that we saw,
yeah,
it was adjourned to tomorrow. So they have like two things to do, two cases tomorrow. That of Peter will be against the APC and Tinubu, and then article against
Let's listen to the video. On Arise TV, he was being interviewed. Please, can we get the voice from here so that we can hear from here?
Yeah. The same people you claim wanted to kill you, they are saying they don't want to see you anywhere near the matter that they are pursuing in court. But you still say tomorrow you will go there. Do you love the party so much that you are ready to die for it? Do you love the Labour Party so much that you are willing to put your life online? Or you plan to go to court tomorrow with your own team of thugs, knowing fully well that the court. Go ahead.
I don't know whether you are following me.
I'm following you.
Put a question to me.
Yes.
Whether we. I said I intend to. I mean, you understand what I intend to? I said I intend to. If the other executive decide to say, well, Alhaji don't go, I may decide not to go. But nobody should compel me not to go. If I say that people say they don't want me there, who are those people? Are they not the supporters of me that he brought to the court? That they should beat me up? Let's wait and see. There is something that's called law of karma. It will bounce on everybody who misbehave. Law of karma is there.
All right.
If he had been in this party for 21 years and he came just a year ago and he used people to bounce on me, is that not abnormality? I don't know how you interpret it. Is it because of money that people are saying something like this against me? I'm not happy.
Yes,
I appreciated them.
The same people you claim wanted to kill you, they are saying they don't want to see you anywhere near the matter that they are pursuing in court. But you still say tomorrow you will go there. Do you love the party so much that you are ready to die for it? Do you love the Labour Party so much that you are willing to put your life online? Or you plan to go to court tomorrow with your own team of thugs, knowing fully well that the court. Go ahead.
Okay, you've watched that clip. I want you to also. Is anybody responding? Okay, is that comment?
I just think he was talking about something like karma. I don't even know.
But the people that dragged him there, they were they are the police officers.
Yes.
The one that removed the car.
But he claimed that they were beating him, and we didn't see any
video of
in the video. Throughout the clip, there is nothing like beating there. What I think it was just manhandled.
It can be spiritual, though. It can be spiritual.
I don't know that one.
But why didn't he go with security?
Security as well.
Like, The
He
chairman
wasn't
of the
there,
party.
there were other
The chairman of the Labour chairman of the Labour
the party who were
APC
there.
chairman goes with security, not ordinary local government chairman.
No, I don't think because other people goes around with security, maybe it should also be doing the same.
No,
Say
at
the
least
normal
this time
setting
that
or-
think this is happening, you should get security around him. You understand? So that it can be secured. But at this point in time, the court, it doesn't have anything to do with the court.
I was talking about the Federal Executive Council as well, that if they asked him not to go, that he would not go. But nobody can enforce it on him
Not to go.
not to go.
Okay, let's take a look at some of the feedbacks that we have here from our viewers. Mr. Adeguwani. Okay, I can see you dragging me very well today on the comment section, but I'm not going to read all that. Emmanuel N said Tinubu is 10 times better than Obi at what's that? Fleecing public funds and collecting debt. Fleecing public and collecting debt. Okay. Ted King said Tinubu stole everything he has in life. He stole and forced himself on that name, Tinubu. Okay, Tinubu is 10 times and all that and all that. Tinubu is a mafia boss and he has his hands on everything. Remember, Tinubu splits Afenifere, trying to split Labour Party.
A lot of comments there.
Hadegua said, "It's shameless and silly if you believe Apapa is a mole planted by Ashiwaju."
Well, not really. I wouldn't actually, encourage anybody to, tag a particular person into that kind of sin. Because if we don't have the evidence, we can't say, okay, because I've seen so thing, or this person himself told me that he planted this mold there. That's why I'm just saying that.
But we can hear some
By
of
their fruit, you shall know them.
But some of the things
If
that we hear,
if
that Labour
anybody now
Party,
feels
they
like
say they
someone
don't
is
know who
talking
he
to him
is.
or her, then that means that person, to some extent is linked to everything. I think what many people are just saying is that he's a mold being planted by an outsider into the party. So anyone who the outsider is, then it is left between God and the person.
Okay, let's move on. We have INEC saying that we're under pressure. We don't want the tribunal proceedings broadcast live. That is from INEC. The interests INEC has in this tribunal worries me. They are not like doing as if they are neutral or independent. They're not doing as if they really are for justice or they really are transparent. They really have nothing to hide. It just shows that it seems they have something to hide. You understand? What is the disadvantage of airing the tribunal court proceedings in public? What is the disadvantage?
They only said one thing, that they are under pressure. And it is normal to be under pressure. It's only normal. Especially in that setting when you have to decide the fate of a whole nation of 220 million people. So televising that kind of thing wouldn't be a bad idea. I think it will actually portray them as being open. Now, anything you guys see, then that is what happened in the court and stuff. So and also I think they should be giving the people more reasons. They should prove the people beyond reasonable doubt why. Because they just say, okay, we are under pressure. It is normal for you to be under pressure. You are deciding the fate of over 200 million and you are saying you're under pressure. Should you not want to be under pressure before?
But I don't understand, like, pressure of what exactly?
Maybe pressure of the reaction of anybody or of the.
But come on, it's already like 3 months.
There's a pressure of bringing out the document, pressure of coming to defend what happened. You see, when you have skeleton in your cupboard, you'll be under pressure.
That is it. That's the point.
No, that's my own analysis. When you have skeleton,
I feel the same way too, actually.
So,
because this presidential election was since February 25th, is already 3 months, if I'm not mistaken.
Exactly.
And so I don't know why the treasure really. I don't know why there should be pressure. I don't think there should be any pressure because after it took a week.
There will be pressure. There's pressure everywhere. Even predicting the verdict of the court, even the process.
Okay, one thing is that there is also pressure in allowing the parties involved to have access to the electoral materials.
Just like what he said, at times when you are not really, when when someone is being open, you would know, you feel it, and when someone is not open, you will perceive it. It's just normal. It's normal. The person would actually, instead of tendering results to you and showing you evidence, you'll be seeing excuses instead.
You denied assets first, second, fourth time before the court. They wrote to you. You just do as if you are not interested in what they say, and this is something serious. You are in custody of this document, and you are trying to play around, not to just to frustrate. And that's the INEC that we have at this point in time. And that INEC is the one that conducted the election that we just went through.
Okay, let me ask a question probably I don't know about. Don't the court have the right to give an order and make sure that those materials
They have given the order.
They gave order that the AFC chairman should be jailed. Did you go to any jail?
That means we don't obey court orders in this country then. It's evident to say.
NLC has suspended, Labour Party has suspended Namibia Papa. Now he's still coming back to say he's the chairman of the party. You know, we've seen series of lawlessness and even, you know,
remember the people that are joined to this petition, the APC and the NLC. And APC is the government in power.
Yeah.
So you expect that when the APC and INEC is speaking in one voice, because the two of them don't want it to be aired live, you know that there's a problem. When APC and INEC they are speaking in one voice, you know that there's a problem. And when I look at the person of Yakubu Mohammed, I just see that we have lost. He's a professor.
Yeah.
So looking at professors all around, the IRAs look professor now. I know you look there like people would say are worthy of that position. It is not. It's not. I don't know what word I use. The profession. The professorship profession.
You know, I would say this thing. It's not about the certificate you're holding, even if you are a professor on 100 times or something. It's about how your integrity, the certificate of your integrity. That is what is, you know, what is the kind of the scale at which I can actually look at it. You can be a professor in anything. You can be knowledgeable, have all the knowledge in this world. But if you choose to sideline your integrity and go along with either anything or a paycheck or an envelope, then even the professorship or something has no regards. There's no way you can actually come to society and expect people to accord you respect. No, you've not actually given that respect. Even to yourself, you've lost the respect totally. So it's not about being a professor. Are you professing what you have, what you even have to the people in the right manner? Are you saying the truth? Are you being open to the people? No, it's not about calling someone professor or doctor.
We are told that Buhari is Mr. Integrity. Now, looking at the past 7 and close to 8 years, does he look like someone that has integrity?
Well, I think his loyal fan base will actually answer that. So his spokespersons, he shouldn't be.
From what you can see, I'm not even asking loyal fan base. From what you can see, does he look like the president? Muhammadu has integrity.
You know, there are some words that there are some statements that he actually made in recent times, saying that, you know, he has tackled. He said something.
Most of Nigeria's challenges.
You know, and there was a time I think he said maybe Nigeria's security has been better than the previous administration.
Insecurity too have reduced.
Has reduced, and in Plateau State now they actually did a mass burial today.
Honestly, I was wondering why nobody was actually
It's
speaking
a
about
repeated
that.
thing, no? It's not.
It happens every time, man. Every time, you know. During the election time, you know, I said something that now we are not hearing about any bandits, Boko Haram. It's like they were on holidays, you know, relaxing and chilling. But immediately after the election,
They
why
resumed
is
the
it coming back?
activities.
And there's this saying that if any negative group or negative force is in a particular space or country or a state for more than 48 hours, then there are some people in that administrative department of that space that knows what is going on in the system. They actually know what is going on.
But unfortunately, in Nigeria, we don't like telling ourselves the truth. It's just like when you come out
No,
to
we
say
actually
something.
know the truth.
We
We are
know the
telling
truth,
ourselves the
but
truth. But they that are in the pole position to act, they are not ready to act. They know what to do.
You know what to do.
But
Yeah.
it's like this thing, you want them to terminate this thing, which is benefiting them.
that's
They
still
wouldn't want
shy
to
away from the
terminate
truth
it.
now. You're not being truthful. If you know the truth and you're running away from it, that means you're not being truthful.
Okay, let's get contributions. I think we need to do.
Yeah, let's get your contributions. What do you think? We have a series of vacations in
Today-
the comment section. You can also call in. Let's have your opinion as well. Also, Shemukuti, you know, the recent spate of police issue with the people now. I think probably the IGP should be addressing it and just douse the tension. Address it from both angles, not about talking about the citizens alone that stop harassing police officers and stuff. And when this thing happens, you actually you know, the PRO brings out that part of the law that says that you should not harass the police, but it does not bring out the part that says that the police should not harass the citizens. It does not bring it out. So I think to make things balanced, they have to bring out the two. That once you're okay, it's just like saying that two people are fighting now, then you are supporting one, and you are chastising the other one. No, you won't settle the case. Tell this one where you actually made his fault. Okay, the police officer, you shouldn't have done this, but you two don't disrespect the police officer. And this one too, you are meant to protect this man. You know, make it balanced. By then, I think the people will have a sense of belonging. That okay, this man is actually in between. He's actually acting as a father and also as an IGP, and not the other way around. Because right now he's yet to release any statement concerning this man's issue that was being beaten in Abulegba. But he dropped the statement when Shankuti was, you know, doing all the stuffs. And also Ikechukwu was actually harassed as well. And the road safety guy, the road safety man who slapped another man in your state. We didn't see anything coming up. We just say they've been detained. We are not seeing the pictures.
There's something like that I did say, like whoever becomes the next president of Nigeria after May 29, you know, we actually have a lot of work to do, because first of all, the insecurities ravaging the country need to be looked into critically, and that will start with our security personnel, both the military and the Nigeria police. I think they need reforming, probably retraining of the police officers, and then
I think our military personnel, they need we need to review their remuneration. Probably should be increased due to the fact that they're actually doing
but the thing
well.
Is,
just like so that we're giving bicycle.
Do you think you mean in the military, right?
The military,
I thought you were talking about the police, the police
first.
first.
Because if you are doing well, then that is when we should compensate you. But if you are not doing well, we need to first of all retrain you. Then if you now get to a particular standard, then they can think of, you know, increasing their money or something.
Okay, the numbers are there to call, and if you want to be part of the program, please don't forget to like the program. Click on the like button.
Smash the like button.
So the last one we're going to discuss now. What's your expectation?
Yeah, Mr. Samson is calling.
Yeah, tomorrow's petition. What are your expectations?
Before then, let's talk to Mr. Sam. Oh, Mr. Sam, we didn't really pick that one.
So what are your expectations? So in the next 5 minutes now, 5 minutes, we get 5 minutes to just have this conversation. What are your expectations tomorrow that the petition is going to continue? That will happen on Wednesday, on Friday. What are your expectations?
What not my expectations per se. I'm not really expecting much, but what I'm perceiving, what I'm seeing, what I can foresee is that there will be the continuation of the drama we've been seeing. Just like someone creating content, we see a lot of drama and a lot of adjournment and delays, slow down the whole process, you know, until, you know, particular dates when some things are done. Then by then it will be tighter and more harder to even move at all when it comes to the court proceedings. That's why I see for the next few days now to May 29, we see more of, you know, clashes in the court, drama, and a lot. Things won't move quickly. That's just what I'm perceiving.
Alright, if you're watching this program this evening, please do well to hit on the like button. Don't forget to drop a comment on the comment section. We'll only take one call now.
Hello, Mr. Samson. Good evening.
Hello?
Good evening, Mr. Samson.
Good evening. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello. Hello, Mr. Sam.
Let's move on.
Mr. Samson is still
Please hit the like button. Hit the like button. We have 13 persons. Please, let's. I think when you do that, it helps
to push
yes.
the program. Then
Yes.
you keep hitting on the like button. We have about 38 people watching us, and we have just 13 likes. Please click on the like button. Yeah.
We need one more call. The number is there. You can call the number and let's have this conversation.
Yeah, Mr. Sam is calling back. Good evening, Mr. Samson.
Hello? Yeah, sorry, yeah, okay. So, to me, I think those two guys we are comparing, that is Ashwaja and Obi, right before our eyes, we have seen how each of them has been able to resolve conflict. You know, we have seen how they were able to resolve conflict right with their parties. Okay? So the conflict, the nature of the conflict are very difficult. So we see how each one of them participate and get on those issues to be resolved. And so for me, I will pick Ashwaju, very good president that knows how to resolve conflict. As of today, this country is so troubled. We understand that some people are so disgruntled, some people feel so left behind, and we feel I feel we need someone who is good at negotiating, someone who understands how to bring people on board, and along the line. I mean, over the past, looking at the antecedents, all have seen how people demonstrated that. All right, look at what he's doing with Conquest of Britain. Can you see what he's doing with Conquest of Britain?
Yeah.
You guys should put sentiment aside. All right, politics is a game of addition. Some people might hate you yesterday, and today you are able to convince them to join your ship. You have done something good because you just added numbers to your pool of votes. All right. So, and I think, look at Doyo Kupe. Doyo Kupe left the Labour Party for whatever reason, which is still unclear to all of us. Okay? Look at this man now, this Labour Party chairman. That's the suspended Labour Party chairman, Aburi. There's a 50-50 chance that this man, by tomorrow, will finally be sacked. Alright? And if he eventually starts, look at how Obi has treated Lamidi Papa. Look at how he has treated Lamidi Papa and the likes of Araban. You see, in politics, which also transcends into governance, okay, human management is very critical. In terms of attracting investment, you guys know who has invested more. Dangote, who happens to be the richest black man in this world that we have, Dangote, he said that Tinubu convinced him to come to Lagos. He told Obaseki back then, about 8 years ago, Obaseki should copy. So they should replicate those policies, those ideas. They should replicate Lagos State ideas into Edo State. Just a few months ago, we saw how Soludo, a mighty professor, came to Lagos State to copy Loma. So I don't understand why some people will just be somewhere and just say, Obi is this, Obi is that, Obi is this. Okay, now sentiment to go job. I mean, I said school now. There's even the pastor where they now in one job. They're not even a thing. Nigerians as a whole, we just have so many churches. But we are not in any way religious people. We are not in any way good people. They don't help us. You get my point? So, if you are going to an investment with the antecedents of Tinubu and so, who do you go follow join with? In terms of PPP initiatives, concession, all these things, who was the first person that started it since 1999? In terms of digitizations of government agencies, go and check it. Free education, Tinubu did it before any governor would think about it. Every other governor copied it. So, free WAEC, when I mean free WAEC and all that, Tinubu did it. All these things, this man, understandably, he has so many packages around. But when you are not able to figure out something, then, my brother, you will give a dog a bad name just because you want to do whatever you want to do. Not everybody will get that clean path of maybe pastoral or anything. There are so many good people today who were in their younger age, they were doing Yahoo. They were doing broad daylight 419. But they changed. You understand? So I don't understand where the book of forgiveness is this so-called obedience. There are book of forgiveness, there are book of reconciliation. I don't understand where it is. So that's my own thing. On a papa, Obi should come and resolve it. It is party, he must take a stand. He's an influential person, he must be able to influence what's going on. He cannot just sit down and look. If he sit down and look, he is actually encouraging the obedience of this small chaos. Okay? Because as he is, he ought to have been able to caution Aburi to stay away for a while. That doesn't mean Aburi is no longer influential or anything. But as a man who is respecting the court order, he should have been saying, telling Aburi to at least please stay away. Even if Amapa is not there, but Aburi should be found here and there. So are they telling us that if Supreme Court talk say now will be win, they go enter street. So many people will just find themselves beyond. Make we just apply wisdom. Let us apply wisdom. Our Nigerian culture will not change overnight. Our person as Nigerians will not change overnight. Obi has also rolled. He has rolled with the biggest plunders of Nigerian Commonwealth. He has slept, he has eaten, he don't talk with Atiku, which we know that is the most corrupt politician. So nobody is judging Obi by that one. Nobody is judging. Obi is, we can see how Obi is bowing down to Obasanjo, whom we know that Obasanjo dealt with us. But yet, Obi is the good one. We all know how Obasanjo dealt with Tinubu when Tinubu was bringing transformative policy. But Obi is the good one. Now, wow.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Samson. I think that's Adigwa Ni Adigwa. Yeah, I recognize his voice. Yes, well done.
But some people are saying, is he Mr. Adi or
It's Mr. Adigwa Ni. I know his voice.
Okay.
Okay, let's go on with the like button. We have 13 people. Today, we'll say we are going to bring the program to a close. At least we don't spend 1 hour.
More than.
Okay. Please, yeah, we have 14 persons. Yes.
We have to adjourn the program to tomorrow morning.
Yes. Tomorrow we'll spend enough time. We'll do a lot of.
Tomorrow,
yeah, because tomorrow is the D-Day where something will that kind of thing. So we'll have to discuss.
We'll discuss another content tomorrow.
Content creation. Okay, with that, we've come to the end of the program today. Christian Chuku, what's that name you gave me?
Omepro one not you one.
Omepro one not you one.
Hey!
That's
yeah, give it to
bam.
me.
Thank you so much. I am Gladys Aloze.
Me, I'm Omepro one not you two. Alright, guys, I'm Olajide Taufik Olamide. We'll come your way again tomorrow for Lagos this morning and also by standards. Bye for now.
Bye.